Okay, so a little bit different for this episode. Today is August the 17th, and it was the Chepstow Classic Car and Auto Jumble event at the Chepstow Racecourse. I did go with the intention of filming a lot more of the cars there and what was going on because it's a public event. You've always got people getting in shot and you can't get the best angles, and if they are in shot, you've got to blur their faces out, especially when there's kids involved. So what I've done is taken photos of the cars that interested in me, and I'll give you some information on them as we go along. And afterwards, I'll show you what I got in the Auto Jumble. So this little rat rod pickup was in the car park when we turned up. It's either based on Austin Dorset or Austin Devon, judging by the way the grill's been welded together in the middle. The Austin Somerset model had a one-piece grill that went up to the bonnet when you opened it. And what I like about rat rods is you don't have to worry about the paint or the chrome getting damaged because they're supposed to look like this, although one thing that would concern me is the lack of a roof in the UK because the weather here is somewhat changeable to say the least. These Triumph Roadsters, not really my cup of tea, but they do have a nice feature on them, which is a little boot lid. There's a dicky seat in the back of it, and then there's a little windscreen that folds up out of the boot lid to protect your passengers. This is a long wheelbase Austin 7. Again, I like this car, and the price of pure classics have come down quite a bit. So it's kind of the sort of thing that I kind of aspire to own into one day. Not really practical for everyday use though, but they look like a little bit of fun and probably easy to work on. This is a 1959 Vauxhall Victor. I like the styling on these cars. Not something I'm into anymore, but they're somewhat understated compared to the 1960s Vauxhalls, but still got that kind of American influence on them. It's Austin A35, and it's got a larger window than the Austin 30, which is pretty much the same car. But these actually do make practical kind of daily drivers because the A-Series engine is very well looked after, and you can also improve like the performance of the brakes on them by fitting parts from the Austin Healey Sprite and the MG Midget, because there's a lot of kind of parts interchangeability between these models. This is Austin 10, a little bit bigger than the Austin 7, but the prices are actually a little bit less at the moment. With the extra set of doors, it makes more of a practical proposition for families. Again, I quite like this one, and with a solid roof, it's kind of probably better for me without a garage. And a nice interior as well, and I love the paintwork on this with the green with the black. And this Austin 7 was actually for sale, £5,000. I must admit, if I had a garage, I probably would have bought it. It had a new roof fitted to it, 1931 model, original Cardiff registration number on it. I really did like this car. They are so small as well. Probably good for running around in, although again not practical for everyday use. And you've also got a master kind of a non-synchro mesh gearbox as well. So it takes a bit of getting used to driving them. Okay, time for my auto jumble finds. Now I had gone with the intention of buying stuff for the Dutton because that's what we're currently working on. But I didn't buy anything for the Dutton. Picked up this Delauto SHA clone carburetor. It's actually got a good copy. Doesn't actually say the size on it. The actual seller thought it was a 1412, but I know from experience they never are. The Venturi on that is much too big. It's probably a 1515 if anything. I expect the Jet has got no size marked on it, which is why they never got to run right on their moped, which was an Italian one, but the model I think escaped the owner. Came with a cone filter though, which has come off, but it's fixable. I paid £5 for that. Absolute steal. Next up, a set of clubbing bars with an irritating rattle because there's something stuck in between there. Even though I've said in a previous video that these are hard work on your back, I am intending on building a bike for kind of competition use, and these are just what I'm after. Paid £10 for these, which I think was a good deal. Last but not least, I'm going to have to put something on my lap for this one because it's a little bit on the rusty side. And it is this little model engineering lathe, and I say, it's very small. I don't think it's a watchmaker's lathe. It's British made, and it's a Super Adept, which I can remember seeing adverts for this in old magazines from the 1950s and even earlier. 2-speed, belt driven, is completely seized. When I first saw it, I thought somebody must have found it when they were magnet fishing in the canal somewhere. But this, I'm going to basically use as a test to find out what kind of rust removal kind of solution is best for something like this, and I can then use that for like parts on my bikes. Electrolysis is going to be one of them, but I'm also looking at acetic acid and evaporescent and that kind of thing, just as a test really. Paid £15 for that. I only really wanted to pay 10, they wanted 20, so I kind of met them halfway. And the good thing is, after handling it for just like 5 minutes, you get a free tan, although it doesn't last long. So I did buy one other thing, and this little Triang child's kind of toy from the 1950s, 1960s. My wife kind of liked the look of it, for his restoration project, and I ended up buying it for her as a kind of compensation for dragging around an auto jumble and car show. There is one that's a called a GG that's got a horse's head on the front, and there's one that's got a car that's got the steering wheel. I'm not sure what this model is, and if anybody knows, please let me know, because it's missing the pegs off the front. I don't know what they're supposed to look like, so if anyone can point me in the right direction of any information on these for restoration, it'd be much appreciated. Okay, I think I quite enjoyed that day out at the Chepstow Classic Car Show. There's one in April as well, which I think I'll probably go to next year. It could be a bit cooler, and hopefully by then the Dutton will be on the road and be able to take that. Next year is going to be on the CZ project. That's all ready to go. I'm also doing some work on the Dutton at the moment in time. These are the seat covers that my wife is trying to kind of save. If not, I have to completely reupholster them. Not a big deal because you can do that kind of thing much better than me. But anyway, if you like the videos, remember to like and subscribe. Take care. I'll see you again soon.